All right, so this section is going to be pretty much about the ES6 constructor and classes. It's not strictly related to React. It's not from React. It's directly from ES6. Now, if you know ES6 classes, just like the palm of your hand, you just can move forward, no problem. So I've created a new file. It's going to be called playground.js and included that file inside index.html. So I'm going to start doing things. I'm going to say class, and I'm going to create a class of a car. At first, you're not going to get it, but just keep moving forward. You're going to get it at the end. Don't worry. So right here, I'm going to say, I'm going to create a method for this. It's going to say alert brand, whatever. And this alert brand is going to just be a function that is going to be doing a console log for hey. So now we have a class with a method inside. Now what I want to do, I need to create an instance of this car so I can use the method alert brand. So I'm going to go right here. I'm going to say car is going to be equal to new and then car. This is just like constructor functions in ES5. So if I want to output to trigger that function, I'm going to say alert brand. And if we go to the browser, we get hey. Good. So let me change it to Ford so it can make a little bit more sense. Ford. Very good. So now what happens if I need a new class and I want to inherit some of the properties we have right here? Okay, so I'm going to delete the alert brand. And now with constructors, constructor function, we can add methods inside of the prototype of this constructor function. That's classic ES5. So with ES6, we're going to do the things a little bit different. So we're going to say constructor, and inside the constructor, we're going to have all the properties of this car. I'm going to say this because this means the car, of course, and then wheels, something like that. And it's going to be equal to 4. And then we're going to have this dot and then type. And this type is going to be a hatchback. Never had a hatchback. It's kind of douchey, but I kind of like them. Good. So now this car has a constructor, and inside of the prototype of this class, we can have this. Very good. So now what I want to do, I want to create a new class and inherit these options. So I'm going to go to class, and I'm going to create a class of Ford. I'm going to open and close. Now, how can I inherit this inside here? So we're going to be using the keyword extends, just like we did with the constructor, with the component. Well, same idea. I'm going to say extends and then space and then car. Just like that, car. So now these properties are inside and available of Ford. We are inheriting the car inside Ford. So if I create a new instance of Ford, it's going to be equal to new Ford, of course. New Ford, and then I do console log for the wheels that we don't have right here, but since we are inheriting the car, we have access to the wheels. I'm going to say console.log and then say Ford.wheels. And if we go, we get 4. Okay, that's good. So with extends, we are inheriting whatever it's inside the construction of a different class. Okay, that's good. Now, what happens if I need to add a constructor inside car? I'm going to say constructor, open and close. And for now, I'm going to say this dot, I don't know, windows, something like that. And it's going to be equal to 4. And right here, notice that I'm doing Ford wheels. And if I go right here to the browser, we are getting must call super constructor in derived class. Okay, so what is the problem? We are adding a constructor right here, and we are still inheriting all the contents of car. So the thing is that you're creating a constructor function that it's empty. So we need a way to instruct the constructor that we did it extends, and we want to add whatever options we have on car, and we need to add it to this constructor. So what we do is we use the keyword super. So I'm going to say super, and just super, and then super, just like this. Oh, sorry, I'm going to delete this for now. So we are calling super, and then super is going to bring whatever we are bringing from extends and put it inside of the constructor of a for. So if I go right here, we get for. So that's the main purpose of super. We are bringing whatever you are extending and putting it inside the constructor of this class. Good. Okay, a lot of logic, and you're probably saying, dude, what this has to do with React? This is ES6, got nothing to do with that. Well, on the next lecture, we're going to be talking about state and a few more things, and we are not going to directly use it, but you're going to see it on a lot of places. So remember that whenever we were on header, we create a class that extends component. So this component comes from a React and React class. So right here, whenever we create a class for our project, we are extending a lot of properties and method that the React class has. So something like, let me go right here. This one is going to be called React, just like that. And then inside the constructor, we have something that is called props, something like that. And props is going to be an object with a lot of things inside, whatever. Let me delete this. So then we're going to create a new class of something, for example, a new page. And this new page is going to be extending React. So whenever we call the constructor, we get all the properties and method from the parent class, which is React. And of course, we can do a lot of things just like we are doing right here. That's the main purpose of the class. Now, classes are really important, but they're kind of heavy. So we always need to try to avoid classes. We will talk about this in the next few lectures. For now, as soon as you get what we are doing with the constructor and props and everything else, that's good. A little bit more about classes. We now know a little bit more about classes. Okay, that's good. Let's go to the next section, and we're going to be talking about state. And state, it's really, really important for us. So let's keep moving forward.